your trusted source for in-depth motorcycle reviews, future bike news, and everything two wheels. Today, we're diving deep into a bike that has built its legacy on rugged dependability and go-anywhere capability, the 2026 Kawasaki KLR 650. With the KLR entering its fourth decade of production, Kawasaki has once again refreshed its iconic dual-sport machine. But how different is the 2026 model from its recent predecessors? And does it still hold up in an increasingly competitive middleweight adventure segment? Let's take a closer look. A legacy built on simplicity and strength. Since its debut in 1987, the Kawasaki KLR 650 has carved out a unique place in the adventure and dual-sport world. Known for its simple design, legendary durability, and budget-friendly price tag, the KLR has served everyone from first-time ADV riders to seasoned overlanders traveling across continents. After a brief discontinuation in 2018, the KLR made its return in 2022 with fuel injection, improved ergonomics, and updated electronics. Now, with the 2026 refresh, Kawasaki aims to maintain the KLR's rugged DNA while refining the ride experience even further. Design updates, subtle, but purposeful. Visually, the 2026 KLR 650 stays true to its utilitarian aesthetic. However, Kawasaki has introduced subtle bodywork updates that improve aerodynamics and rider comfort. The front fairing is now slightly wider, offering better wind protection, especially at highway speeds. The new LED headlight, first introduced in 2022, remains, but Kawasaki has enhanced the visibility with integrated cornering lights, a rare feature in this segment. There's also a new matte sandstorm tan colorway that leans into its adventure-ready image, alongside returning favorites like the classic lime green and stealth black. Engine and performance, still a thumper, still reliable. Under the hood, the 2026 KLR 650 retains its 652 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine, known for its bulletproof reliability and torque-heavy performance. While some hoped for a major performance bump, Kawasaki instead chose to focus on refinement. Throttle response has been tweaked for smoother low-end delivery, making the KLR more manageable in technical off-road terrain. There are also revised engine mounts to reduce vibration, one of the most common complaints about older KLRs. It still produces around 40 horsepower and 39 pound-foot of torque, numbers that won't blow you away on paper, but in the real world, the KLR's torque-rich thumper continues to shine in both urban and off-road environments. Transmission and drivetrain. The 5-speed transmission is unchanged, and yes, that means no sixth gear, a sore point for some long-distance riders. However, gearing has been slightly revised for better highway cruising, with a taller fifth gear helping keep revs lower at 70 miles per hour. The chain drive and manual clutch setup remain standard, with no DCT or semi-auto options in sight. It's all part of Kawasaki's ethos: keep it simple, keep it serviceable. Suspension and chassis, off-road confidence. Suspension remains largely the same, but Kawasaki has made some smart upgrades. The front 41mm telescopic fork now features revised damping settings for improved handling under load, particularly when carrying panniers or a passenger. The rear unitrack suspension has been beefed up slightly and now offers tool-free preload adjustment, making it easier to adapt to different riding conditions. Ground clearance remains at just over 8 inches, and with a 21-inch front and 17-inch rear wheel setup, the KLR retains its strong off-road orientation. Whether you're navigating rocky trails or soaking up potholes on rural highways, the 2026 KLR feels as planted and confidence-inspiring as ever. Electronics and rider aids, still basic, but smarter. Kawasaki continues its restrained approach to electronics with the KLR 650. The digital instrument cluster is back with a brighter display and better contrast in sunlight. There's no TFT screen or ride modes here, just the essentials: speed, RPM, fuel, odometer, and a gear position indicator. However, for 2026, Kawasaki has added lean-sensitive ABS as standard on the KLR 650 Adventure trim. This brings a meaningful improvement in safety for those riding in mixed conditions. The base model still features switchable dual-channel ABS. A new USB-C charging port and updated handlebar switches make it easier to integrate GPS units or charge devices on the go. It's not cutting-edge tech, but it's exactly what riders expect from a KLR, function over flash. Ergonomics and comfort, more touring-friendly. Kawasaki has clearly listened to rider feedback when it comes to long-distance comfort. The 2026 KLR features a new two-stage seat foam that offers better support during long rides. Seat height remains at a manageable 34.3 inches, striking a balance between off-road clearance and accessibility for shorter riders. Handlebars are now mounted on rubber dampers to reduce vibration, and the redesigned foot pegs offer better grip and less fatigue on long-standing stints off-road. Wind buffeting has been further reduced thanks to a revised windshield that is now height-adjustable without tools. Combined with improved airflow around the tank and fairings, the KLR is now more comfortable for extended highway travel than ever before. Fuel range and efficiency go the distance. One of the KLR's most iconic features has always been its massive 6.1-gallon fuel tank, and thankfully, that hasn't changed. Combined with the efficient single-cylinder engine, the 2026 model can still return over 300 miles on a full tank, depending on conditions. Whether you're crossing deserts or commuting to work, this kind of range means fewer fuel stops and more uninterrupted adventure. Trims and features, more choice for riders. The 2026 KLR 650 comes in 3 trim levels. Base model, minimal electronics, no ABS, and steel rear rack. Ideal for off-road purists. ABS model, adds dual-channel ABS and a rear LED brake light upgrade. Adventure model, fully equipped with side panniers, LED fog lights, a skid plate, USB-C port, and lean-sensitive ABS. This modular approach allows riders to choose a model that fits their needs and their budget without paying for unnecessary extras. Pricing and value, still the best bargain in ADV. One of the KLR's strongest selling points has always been its affordability. For 2026, the pricing remains extremely competitive. Base model, $7,299. ABS model, $7,799. Adventure model, $8,499. In a market where many middleweight adventure bikes now push well past the $10,000 mark, the KLR continues to offer exceptional value for money, especially for riders who prioritize utility and long-term ownership over high-end gadgets. Competition, how does it stack up? The KLR 650 exists in a unique space. While it's often compared to bikes like the Yamaha Tenere 700, Honda XR 650L, and Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, none of them hit quite the same formula of affordability, simplicity, and long-range comfort. The Tenere 700 is more powerful and off-road capable, but it's also more expensive. The Himalayan is cheaper and lighter, but not as rugged. And the XR 650L is even more old-school than the KLR, with no fuel injection and a kickstarter. The truth is, for many riders, the KLR's balance of features, reliability, and price is still unmatched. Final thoughts, the KLR 650 refined, not reinvented. Kawasaki didn't try to reinvent the KLR 650 for 2026, and that's probably a good thing. Instead, they've delivered a smarter, more refined version of the same dependable machine that's earned a cult following around the world. With small but meaningful improvements to comfort, vibration, and safety, the 2026 KLR 650 remains one of the most practical and versatile motorcycles on the market today. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but it's a bike that will take you just about anywhere, and it'll do it again, and again, and again. What do you think? Is the 2026 KLR 650 the right balance of modern updates and old-school reliability? Or do you think Kawasaki should have gone further with performance and tech? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a future update. For more honest, no-nonsense bike reviews, stick with us here on Bike Future. Until next time, ride safe, and keep exploring.